because these two individuals, these two outstanding women, constituents of mine and active in the community I represent, have distinguished themselves and have made a difference in other people's lives. And Jackie Robinson had the great line that a life is only important as much as it impacts other lives. Carolyn Rose, Marianne Haverhill, every single day make a difference in other people's lives. Carolyn and her husband Ed, who is here, helped found in 1971 the organization we call Men Meet Every Need with Dignity. It's based in Pacoima. It serves the poor, those who find themselves in the margins of our economy, or even outside the margins of our economy, who don't have enough resources to buy clothes, to buy food, to get health care, all of the basic necessities that each of us takes for granted. There's a whole population that we serve in this county who don't have that opportunity. Carolyn and Ed founded Men back in 1971. Marianne Haverhill has been the executive director running the operation for how many years now? Almost 25 years. Longer than I've been a supervisor. That's a long time. When I first became a supervisor, Pacoima became part of my constituency. One of the first agencies that I made a beeline for was Men, because I heard so much about it and knew of the work they were doing to impact thousands of people every single year, every single week, every single day in the northeast San Fernando Valley. I'm not going to go through all of their accomplishments because they're in your program and the reasons for which we have chosen to honor Carolyn and Marianne. I will just say from the bottom of my heart, this is as good an organization as I have ever had the privilege of working with. They have a total staff of 25 people, yet they serve tens of thousands of people in the community at any given time. They rely on largely volunteers, of whom Carolyn is one, volunteers numbering over 3,000 who do the heavy lifting and the work that is done at Men. When I first got to the board, Men was a building on Van Nuys Boulevard, which they still have. It was not in the greatest shape in the world, but the spirit inside, the activity inside, made it one of the most vibrant buildings in the entire northeast San Fernando Valley and the Pacoima community. Since I became a supervisor, I've had the privilege of watching them expand, and we were happy to participate a bit in that, a very small bit, compared to what needed to be done. They built a whole new facility, a health clinic, which was desperately needed in the northeast San Fernando Valley. It provides other services as well, but it directly serves the Pacoima community, providing basic health care needs, including dental, which is always a good thing and distinguishes some of our other clinics, some of those clinics from the others. They provide from A to Z the kind of medical care that people in the community otherwise would not get. They do it without fanfare. They do it without taking credit. They do it without self-promotion. In fact, if they did a little bit more self-promotion, you'd probably raise a little more money. But it's what I love about Men. They're not about themselves. They're about the people they serve. And there is no organization with whom I've dealt that I would put ahead of them in the role, in the position of achievement and an impact on the people we serve. So we wanted to take this opportunity today in this year to honor Men, but really to honor two people without whom Men would not be what it is today. One of its founders, Carolyn Rose, and the woman who keeps this thing on the even keel and has grown the organization to where it is today, Marianne Haverhill. And I will say, Marianne, your biography says you have a master's in public administration and a bachelor's in music. that doesn't really tell the whole story. Until you've heard Mary Ann Haverhill sing, you haven't heard singing. She's got one of the most beautiful voices, which doesn't come in very handy at men. But we should have had the national anthem sung and had her sing it. She's got a beautiful voice. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you for what you've done for the communities that we both serve, and thanks for your friendship, most of all. Congratulations.
Well, I think Zeb said most of it. I'm really touched and really humbled today to get this honor. MEND is such a part of my life, and I really can't imagine not having this volunteer work. It's really made me the person I am today. And along with my husband, I accept this award. Zeb is a good friend to MEND. He's always there. We can always ask him for advice, not always money, but he will lend an ear to us, and he's just there for us, and he's a wonderful person. Pacoima isn't quite as needy maybe as Lennox, but we have a community that's really in need. 1/3 of the population, about 1/3, suffers from diabetes, obesity, and hypertension. And so I'm involved partly with the medical clinic because I'm a retired nurse. We really are trying to change the lives of our diabetic, hypertensive, and obese patients. And all of our medical personnel are all volunteers, and we couldn't do it without all these volunteers. That's what makes MEND really special, is that we are actually driven by volunteers, and there's no way we could do all the work we do for some months, 30,000 people that we help in a month. We couldn't do it without all these volunteers. And now I'm going to hand it over to Mary Ann.
I want to say a special thank you to the supervisor and our commissioner for nominating us for this award. And I do have to say that I am especially honored to be sharing it with Carolyn Rose. She's one of my mentors. And I think what she and Ed have brought to our organization, more than anything else, although they certainly have sacrificially given of their time and their talents and their resources and so on, but I think what they have really infused in our organization from the beginning was this commitment to offering services with dignity. And, you know, our services are very holistic in our approach to working with people in poverty. We give out emergency food and clothing. Yes, we have health care, we have education and training services. We really try to work with the whole person. But just the other day, we were having a staff meeting, and one of our staff members challenged all of us to write out what we thought dignity means. And I was so moved at what our staff came up with, because I think it really is lived out in how we serve the clients that we do. So thanks to Carolyn and Ed for modeling that for us, and thanks again for this wonderful